Disappointing day downtown, that is for sure. The Lions are now 1-1. Let's do a post-game pod.
You are Locked On Lions, your daily Detroit Lions podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, here we are, everybody. It's a Sunday edition and a post-game pod edition of Locked On Lions right here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Matt Dery with you. It's a final. The Seattle Seahawks come in and ruin the home opener. Standing room only crowd. Ski masks. Can we retire that bit, please? Seahawks 37, Lions 31 in overtime on a touchdown pass from Geno Smith to Tyler Lockett to walk it off. Lions don't even get the football in overtime because the defense just allowed way too many third down conversions. Geno Smith had a field day. The Lions lose today. We appreciate you stopping in, and thanks for joining us and listening or watching wherever you get your podcast. We appreciate you watching on our YouTube channel. It's a Sunday, September 17th and a Monday, September 18th. And disappointing day, folks. I mean, the Lions fought back, sent it to overtime after being down by 10 in the fourth quarter after the Jared Goff pick six, and you felt pretty good about going into overtime. Hey, defense gets a stop, or even if they hold the Seahawks to a field goal, the Lions can come down and maybe get a touchdown and win it, but it was not meant to be today, and a lot of factors went into it. You can follow us on Twitter at Dery Speaks, D-E-R-Y Speaks, at Locked On Lions on Twitter, the Matt Dery Facebook fan page where we have great discourse throughout the game today. And also, we want to thank those of you checking us out on Threads at The Real Matt Dery. And again, please subscribe and watch us each and every day on our Locked On Lions YouTube channel. We want to thank our everydayers who are out there watching. My boy Michael Spath checked in today, Stephen Hahn, the pride of Michigan State, and others. We appreciate you checking us out each and every day. Bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Lions are a good football team. The Seahawks are a good football team, and today was an entertaining game. But when you turn the ball over three times, including a pick six, which after the game Dan Campbell said was more on Jahmyr Gibbs and the route, because he kept going instead of stopping, than on Goff, who threw the pass behind Gibbs. But just the turnovers, the mistakes, I said it the other day. This officiating crew, Alex Kemp and company, are flag happy. You got to be smart. And what does Chauncey Gardner-Johnson do on the first series? He shoves Kenneth Walker after he tackled him. Like, you can't do that. I warned everybody. This was a flag happy crew. Be smart. Lions weren't today. And then this pass rush, what a joke that was today. One sack. Do you realize that this team is 1-1? All right. And they've obviously been in both games. They've been both close games. They're going to be fine. The Lions are going to be fine. No one's panicking. But you have one sack in 2 weeks. One. And I know Mahomes can move, and I know Geno can move. But one sack in 2 weeks is unacceptable. That guy had all day today to throw, Geno Smith. All flipping day. Geno Smith has lit into the Lions 2 straight years in your house. 2 straight years. Today, 32 out of 41, 328, and a passer rating of 116.3 with 2 touchdown passes. Sacked once on a gift that Geno gave the Lions when Alex Anzalone got him at the end of regulation, where Geno should have thrown the ball away. It was a gift. You ready for this one? I'll just keep piling on the defensive line for a second. Aleem McNeil, Levi Onwuzurike, and Benito Jones, your top 3 D tackles, really, on this team. Josh Paschal is injured. Didn't register a statistic today. Not an assist, not a quarterback hit, not a tackle, nada, 0. Go through the stat sheet on ESPN.com or NFL.com and look for their names. You won't see them. Aiden Hutchinson today had 2 tackles. 2. No quarterback hits. The Seahawks were playing without Abe Lucas and Charles Cross, their top tackles. They had backups in at both tackle spots. Vegas must have known something, because this spread went from 5.5 to 4.5, and they just knew something. Because the Lions came out, and as Dan Campbell said post-game moments ago, we got a little humble pie today. It was not a good performance. Too many mistakes. Again, the pass rush bad. Even Dan Campbell, even the coaching. I get it that you're aggressive. I get it that you never want to punt and you never want to kick a field goal and you want to go for it on fourth down all the time. But you're up 21-14. You got a chance to make it a 10-point game. Use your kicker. Then at the end of the game, no urgency to try to get the ball into the end zone. And they settled for 3 in overtime. But yet you had 3 timeouts and you're running the clock down and throwing these short passes to Jahmyr Gibbs like little button hooks over the middle and settling for 3. What about using your timeouts and trying to go into the end zone at least one time? Coaching today wasn't great. And future head coach Aaron Glenn, his defense, my God, couldn't stop Geno Smith 2 years in a row. And 3 years in a row now, the Seahawks have just, or their offense has just put it to the Lions defense, going back to a few years ago in Seattle. Now, again, that was a 3-win and a bad Lions team in 2021, but still, it has not been good facing the Seahawks the last few years, especially on the defense. And today, Derek Barnes made some plays today on defense. And then the next series, Rodriguez is out there or Campbell is out there. Derek Barnes, to me, has been the best linebacker of the first 2 weeks. But with this rotation, he's not out there all the time. No, he got beat on a pass play late in the game. I get that, kind of a zone look. But regardless, you've got to disrupt the other team's quarterback. You've got to register. At one point, we were looking at no sacks in 2 weeks today. And the tackling today. Kenneth Walker, he didn't have a big game, only 17 carries, 43 yards, but too many times today, missed tackles led to opportunities for Seattle. And they walk it off with a Geno Smith touchdown pass to Tyler Lockett as the Lions could not get a stop at the end of the game, and they fall 37-31. They were trying to get to 2-0 for the first time since 2017. That's not going to happen. They'll face the Falcons next Sunday at Ford Field. Oh, by the way, Atlanta came back to beat the Packers today, 25-24. So the Falcons are coming in at 2-0. Now, are the Falcons any good? No, but Lions have got to win next week. But certainly a disappointing day today. We'll hand out some game balls momentarily. I want to talk about the offense in a minute because there are some things that I did like today, but you can't turn the ball over 3 times today. You can't do it. The fumbles were costly. David Montgomery, the injuries today were not good. And yes, I'll get into the officiating because the officiating today, Josh Reynolds gets tripped up. They're saying it was a good call. Officiating was bad both ways, though. The intentional grounding call on Geno Smith when the Lions had no defenders anywhere near him, and it was just a miscommunication. The receiver stopped. Geno thought it was a fly pattern down the sideline, a go route. Was a horrible call that helped the Lions. So officiating today was not. So certainly disappointing day today for the Lions as they fall 37-31. All right, I want to get into the offense and some positives. We'll hand out some game balls. I will do that coming up next. First, though, I got to talk to you about our friends at LinkedIn Jobs. Hey, I'll tell you this. If you're going to post a job anywhere and you're looking for a potential hire and it feels like a high-stakes wager for your small business, you want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates available. That's why you need to try LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helps find the right people for your team faster and for free. Just add your job in the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. That's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/LockedOnNFL. That's linkedin.com/LockedOnNFL to post your job for free. Terms and conditions do apply. All right, back on Locked On Lions today. Not a good day for the fans. Boy, the crowd was incredible today. I don't know if I've ever heard Ford Field be that loud today. You guys did all you could. Seattle wins 37-31 on a Geno Smith touchdown pass to end it to Tyler Lockett as he beat Jerry Jacobs to the pylon and stretched over to get the win. Jerry Jacobs was abysmal today. Terrible today. It was not a good performance from the defense. Aiden Hutchinson was a no-show. Jerry Jacobs was a no-show. There were a lot of no-shows today. And look, give Geno Smith and that Seahawks coaching staff, offensive coordinator Shane Waldron credit. They did the job today. Again, 32 completions today for Geno Smith. Now, on the other side, I thought Jared Goff played really well. And I know the pick six, ending his streak of over 390 consecutive passes without an interception ends. But again, it sounds like Gibbs should have stopped instead of moving across the field. And that's why the pass was behind him. But other than that, Jared Goff today was spectacular. 28 out of 35, 323 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 121.8. And even without Taylor Decker today, and then Halapoulivaati Vaitai goes down with an apparent leg injury, the O-line did a pretty good job, and Jared Goff had a really good game. I'm not worried about this offense. Remember, they've added some pieces. All right, Jahmyr Gibbs is a rookie playing in his second game, made some mistakes today. Sam Laporta, or as Greg Olson called him all day, Sam Laporta looked like the real thing today with his yak and yards after the catch. He was tremendous today, 5 catches for 63 yards. David Montgomery, a thigh bruise, according to Dan Campbell. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but he averaged 4 yards a carry and had some good, I'm not worried about the offense. Today was a matter of, I just think that when they stalled, it was guys not running past the sticks. Couple of drop passes today that were crucial, including the Jahmyr Gibbs drop. I think it was in the first quarter today. I'm not worried about this offense at all. Yes, there's not a real deep threat. They'll get one when Jameson Williams comes back. But man, Goff to Josh Reynolds is clicking. Gibbs, we see the explosiveness. Laporta is going to be there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 100-yard game. Goff was comfortable in the pocket today. I thought the O-line was pretty good. Goff sacked 2 times. I see already it is a bit of a downgrade from Vaitai to Glasgow, but hopefully Halapoulivaati is okay. But I just think that the offense is going to be fine. I'm concerned again about the defense. I'm not seeing enough pressure on the quarterback. I know that they don't want to jailbreak too much against a Mahomes and a Geno Smith. We'll see what they do next week against, Ritter, and then in 2 weeks, Jordan Love. But right now, you cannot win football games when you allow the other team's quarterback to have a passer rating of 116.3. You can't do it. And, today with the St. Brown fumble, the Montgomery fumble, and the Goff pick 6 turnover, the turnover battle was won by Seattle. 3-0. You lose a turnover battle 3-0, you go -3, you're going to lose. That's just the way it is. And man, I mean, just, I know that Alex Kemp is going to get some heat. I'm well aware that, the officiating today was nothing. It was not great. There were some missed calls that were ridiculous. The game-winning touchdown from Lott to Lockett, was Aiden Hutchinson held by the right tackle? Possibly. I got to go back and watch it again. It's close, but you can't blame the refs today. You gave up 37 points. And he made too many mistakes. And again, I like the aggressiveness, but man, Dan Campbell, you have a field goal kicker. Riley Patterson made the game-tying field goal from 38 yards out. You got to use them and be smart. There is times to be aggressive. There's times to go for it. There's times to not even punt. But you got to be smart. And I think he relied too heavily on his defense to get stops today, and they couldn't do it. And they could not get any pressure on Geno Smith. 1 quarterback hit. 1 and 1 sack all day today. Like I said before, I mean, the interior of the D-line did absolutely nothing today. And, Aiden Hutchinson had two tackles. That was it. C.J. Gardner-Johnson led the way today in tackles. He had 8, 7 of them solo. But even he wasn't, nobody on the defense had a good day today. I thought Derek Barnes was decent. All right, let me hand out some game balls. We will do that coming up next. What else? Oh, I wanted to bring up something else real fast. The fan base, you guys are incredible. Seriously. Let me just say that. you've been given a tough product over the last 60 years. And just, again, the crowd noise was incredible today. The fans were like, everybody was in blue. And yes, the ski mask bit I don't like. Okay. But still, those of you that wore them and made the effort, and I saw some pictures of the concourse, and I guess they put up some kind of mobile concession stands that was making the concourse. I mean, like, but Lion fans are just undaunted. Like, you guys are just showing out right now. And give the Lions credit. The Barry Sanders statue looks great. I don't know why they put it in that location there. I don't know why they didn't have it by the main gate where all the action is. They've got it down closer to 75 there. It makes no sense. But the statue's sweet and really cool. Now you got Barry back. You had Calvin back today. Some other Lion alumni were there. Stephen Tulloch, I know, was in the house today, and Herman and some others. The feeling, the good feeling, and the good vibes are back. Hopefully, Lion fans don't get too down by one loss. Look, they're 1-1. All right, there's 15 more games to play. You guys need to be loud for Atlanta coming up this Sunday, and really make it disruptive on Ritter and company. But the fan base has just been amazing, absolutely great. All right, I'll hand out some game balls. Hold on. I'm going to do that coming up next right here on Locked On Lions. But first, I want to tell you about our good friends at PrizePicks. Who's having fun playing PrizePicks? It's so much fun because you can win up to 25 times your money this football season. And all you got to do is bet against the projections. You test your skills. The most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you got the skills, you can turn $10 into $250. Want to put some money down on Justin Jefferson next week to go maybe less than 100 yards because of the issues the Vikings are having? You could do that. Or you can go for more. Today, Joe Burrow, did you bet him going less than 300 yards again? He's been a bleep show the first couple of weeks. Josh Allen, more than 2 passing touchdowns today. Bet that, you were a winner. It all is there at prizepicks.com/LockedOnNFL. That's prizepicks.com/LockedOnNFL. Go there now. You can win. It's pretty sweet. All right. Winning up to 25 times your money this football season. And all you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnNFL. Use the code LockedOnNFL for a first deposit match up to $100. Daily fantasy sports made easy with PrizePicks. All right, post-game pod after a disappointing 37-31 loss. The Seahawks beat the Lions today on a Tyler Lockett touchdown catch from Geno Smith to walk it off today from 6 yards out. Lions had trailed 31-21 with 8 minutes to go. Josh Reynolds caught a touchdown pass to cut it to 3. And then as time was expiring, Riley Patterson kicked a 38-yard field goal to send it to overtime. But Lockett on the rollout from Geno Smith caught the 6-yard touchdown pass, a 9-play, 75-yard drive, won it for the Seahawks in overtime as the Lions don't even touch the football. And don't get me started on the overtime rule and how it's unfair. You know what's not fair? Your defense not getting a stop. Get a stop. Then you'll get the ball. So Green Bay won today, so they're 1-1. Lions 1-1. Minnesota, of course, lost the other night 0-2. And the Bears and Justin Fields, they're an embarrassment. I've been telling you for months about Hall of Fields. I've made fun of him. He's terrible. Chicago is 0-2. Not a surprise. Tampa Bay took him behind the woodshed today. All right, some game balls today that I'm handing out. You guys know I do this after every game. Jared Goff gets a game ball, throwing for 323 yards and 3 touchdowns. He continues to just play really, really well at Ford Field. I know the pick 6 was there, but again, Dan Campbell said after the game, it's more on the route that was run than on the quarterback. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets a game ball, 6 receptions, 102 yards. Also had that, I guess it was a run, but they call it a catch. The 4th down play, the sweet call by Ben Johnson to put St. Brown in motion and kind of flip it to him on that 4th and 3. He continues to come up big. He had a toe injury today and was kind of playing through it, but he had a big day. Josh Reynolds, game ball, 5 catches, including 2 touchdowns. And you know what else is getting a game ball for me is Sam Laporta. This guy is going to be better than TJ Hawkinson. I'm telling you. He makes the grab and he just sheds tacklers. He's a machine. More Sam Laporta, please. 5 catches, 63 yards, including a long of 23. I thought he was great today. Those are my game balls. They're going to be given out today. Unfortunately, we're talking about a Lions loss, 37-31 to Seattle. I know you're going to complain about the the officiating wasn't good, but we knew it coming in. We told you that Alex Kemp and his crew are flag happy. All right. There would be some no calls. There would be some bad push-off calls. But like I said, both teams got screwed today. That intentional grounding call on Geno Smith was not intentional grounding. And Pete Carroll was livid on the other side. Lions and 2-0 Falcons. Sunday, we will have a full week of preview. We'll get you the PFF grades tomorrow right here on Locked On Lions. Thanks for checking us out on the Postgame Pod. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I love you all. Appreciate you all checking us out wherever you get your podcasts. Please subscribe on our Locked On Lions YouTube channel, and we'll be back again tomorrow.